Hello and welcome to this video. As you can see, here we have a set of rings and a set of chains. And I'm going to use these rings and chains as an analogy to explain human relationships, especially relationships between men and women. But before I start, I have to establish some definitions. First, imagine the rings represent men. They represent men, and chains represent women. And the smaller the ring is, it represents a man from lower social status level, and the larger the ring is, it represents a man from higher social status level. And the same goes for the chains. The lighter in weight the chain is, it represents a woman from a poor family, and if the chain is heavy, it represents a woman from a wealthier family. And the next thing we need for this analogy is this physical trick. As you can see, I'm holding a chain in my right hand and a ring in my left hand. And when I let the ring fall, it grabs into the chain. And I'm going to use this phenomenon as an analogy to show connection between men and women. So, as you could see, it means a poor man and a poor woman, or a man and a woman from lower social status level, they can create a bond together. They can create a good bond, strong bond, strong connection together. So we can say they can create a good couple. And I have to add this analogy. I can say I believe it is, statistically speaking, it could be true. So now let's see, if a poor man wants to meet a rich woman, can he create strong bond or connection? No, statistically speaking, he cannot, and this physical experiment is confirming that. But here we have a rich man and a rich woman, and they easily can establish a connection, a strong connection, a strong bond together. So it means they can create a good couple. Now let's see. So for men, this physical experiment confirms that for men it is much harder to find or to create connection with a woman of a social status level which is higher than their social status level. So this ring here, which represents a man, a poor man, he cannot create a strong connection relationship with a woman of rich family. Okay, but a rich guy can do that. Sometimes a middle class man can also do that, but as we can see, it is not doable here. But what about women? A poor woman could she find a boyfriend for herself, a boyfriend of higher social status level? Let's see. This time she was not successful. Not successful again. But I can see. Yes, you see, a poor woman can create connection with a man of higher social status. Here we have a rich guy and a poor woman. Again, you can see there's a connection. So this analogy, I can say confirms that for men, it is harder, statistically speaking, it is harder to create connection with women of higher social status levels. But for girls, it is different. They can create connections, relationships with men of higher social status levels. Now let me use another analogy. Let me use this physical experiment to explain something else. As you know, we human beings, we can change. We can change through course of time. So let's imagine here we have a couple, a man and a woman at the beginning of time, and they are a good match for each other. But as time goes by, one of them changes and turns into this. Now this couple, they are not good for each other anymore. No, they cannot create, the connection between them is gone. Okay, so this is when separations happen. But if a couple, if they change in the same way, for example, this is the couple at the beginning of time, and this is them after some time, they changed. As you can see, they changed, but they can still have their connection together. So here separation won't happen, and this physical experiment shows it. Now I want to show you how you can do this trick at the end of the video. Okay, you hold the chain like this and the ring like this, and you have to be sure when you release the ring, it will contact your middle finger so it rolls. You can try it yourself. Okay, that's it for today, and hopefully I will see you soon. Thank you for your attention.